mean, it's down right across the board. His first day, he started in explosive fashion. The right column clearly not as effective in terms of goals and productivity. And what is that down to? I mean, could it be fatigue? I mean, they have played 36 games in all competitions this season. Is it catching up with them?
I think from my point of view also, there is something to be looked into. It is who was playing around him the first 8 games and who was playing alongside now. See if something changed, you know? Because sometimes it's also down to other players that play different style, and when they're around you, then you have to do something different. Yeah. That also has to be looked into it, because sometimes it's not just the player and the striker. That's what we're looking at, because when you look at the stats, but sometimes it's just not only that.
Yeah, and we saw in those clips a lot of the things he used to do, or a lot early on in the season, staying between the sticks, you know, getting himself in the box. But now he's making a lot of runs out wide. He's always been an unselfish player.
Yeah.
But those stats as well just show that he's not probably getting into the positions that he was getting into. I don't think he's missing lots of chances.
No.
But it remains to be seen if he can pick up that. Listen, goal scorers, centre forwards always go through patches of scoring goals and not scoring goals. I mean, you're talking about someone that isn't scoring goals, but at least somebody in the team,
Jarrod Bowen,
is taken over the mantle.
Yeah, and he has stepped up to the plate. 8 goals, 4 assists in his last 11 appearances, and that, I suppose, it's compensated for the drop-off from Antonio.
Exactly. I mean, they've dovetailed very, very well indeed. You see his numbers there, and the play he's up against, you know, Mo Salah at the top there, but Jarrod Bowen is doing pretty well in the last 8 games there. 16 goal involvements in this season, I should say. So, yeah, his performance level over the last 2 months has really made people stand up and notice him. Gareth Southgate, the England manager, being one of them. Yeah. His level has gone up, certainly. I mean, he can assist, he can score. David Moyes has been brilliant over the years of bringing players from the Championship and turning them into a top Premier League players, and this is the next one alongside. But as I say, the last 2 months in particular, I always thought he was a decent player. Yeah. He's gone up another level.
Absolutely. Demba, how surprised have you been by Jarrod Bowen's form? I mean, and just the heights that he's hit. I mean, if Michael has been surprised, have you?
When you look at the player, obviously you're thinking, okay, where he comes from, you're kind of surprised. But when you analyze the player in depth, you're thinking there's no surprise there, because the way he plays football, the way he positions himself, the way he understands the game, and he's always aware of what's happening around him. It's no surprise that he's having those stats. And he's as we were saying earlier, he is really intelligent in a sense where he knows what Antonio is going to do, and he's taking advantage of this also.
Okay.